The world's gone crazy, right? Riots in the streets, stress in the sheets, and somewhere between the news, your job, and your anxiety attacking you like a toddler with a kazoo, you're just trying to breathe. But deep down inside, there's one power that can cut through it all. No, not money, not fame, not Wi-Fi that works on the subway. I'm talking about the one thing that built empires, cured diseases, and dragged human beings from caves to cities in the sky. Your mind. Because here's what's eye-opening. Your mind isn't just the passenger in the chaos, it's the pilot. And the phrase mind over matter is not the motivational quote, it's the cheat code to surviving the simulation. Every time someone broke the limits of what was possible, every time someone kept going when everything screamed stop, every time someone rose to the ashes like, yeah, okay, round 2, let's go. Mind over matter isn't hype, it's biology, it's neuroscience, it's philosophy, it's the voice inside you that whispers, we're not done yet. Imagine pushing through the final seconds of a brutal workout. Your arms are screaming, your lungs are staging a protest, your legs feel like overcooked noodles. But somehow you push through. That's not muscle, that's your mind flipping the switch. Like, yeah, we're doing this anyway. That's mental override mode, where biology meets belief. It's when you stay calm while your world crumbles. It's when you offer kindness while holding back pain. It's when you don't scream, even though your insides are staging a Broadway musical called Emotional Breakdown, the musical. These moments, they're harder than deadlifts. And they prove mind over matter isn't just about overcoming the external. It's about mastering the internal. He who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty. So the question isn't whether the world will challenge you. It's whether your mind will rise and say, let's dance. Okay, so now we've got this power called mind over matter. But how do we actually use this when life's punching you in the face? You need to be rooted. You need pillars, not the Greek kind. I'm talking about the 10 rock-solid inner traits, forged in fire, pressure, and the occasional emotional breakdown in your car. Acceptance. Everyone sees the world differently. That's not an attack, it's reality. Accepting people's perspective doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're not wasting energy on imaginary debates in your shower. Patience. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about not turning into a gremlin while you wait. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. That Amazon glow-up rope still takes time. Boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls. They're fences with gates, locks, and a no drama past this point sign. Love people, but don't let them turn your peace into a parking lot. Empathy. It isn't an argument. It's understanding. It's emotional Google Translate. You don't need to like their language, but learn it, so you stop throwing shoes at each other. Communication. Say it before it festers. Text it if your voice shakes. Scream it into a pillow. Then you can have the real convo. Flexibility. Life will bend you. It will twist you like a pretzel at a carnival in hell. Flexibility isn't weakness. It's bouncing back instead of breaking. Respect. Respect isn't a reward. It's a reflection of who you are, not who they are. Even when people act like NPCs with broken dialogue, you stay in character. Self-awareness. You ever snap and immediately think, did I just say that out loud? That's the alarm. Self-awareness turns your mind into a dashboard, not a screaming toddler in a backseat. Realism. Realistic expectations aren't pessimism, they're protection. Expecting perfect people, perfect timing, perfect life, that's marble. This is Earth. Set your settings to sane. Self-care. It isn't always a bubble bath. Sometimes it's saying, no, I won't emotionally babysit you today, I'm tired. I need to charge my soul. You can't pour from an empty cup, you just spill resentment. They're not just habits, they're armor, forged in silence. When no one sees you fighting, but you keep showing up anyway. Do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Imagination isn't some childhood side quest, it's the main engine of human evolution. It built pyramids before they had cranes. It painted the Sistine Chapel before we had Pinterest. It landed humans on the moon, so they say, with less processing power than the phone that you just dropped in the toilet. You don't wait for reality to hand you beauty. You will it into existence with mind, with vision, with ridiculous, messy, magical belief. The things that keep us going during chaos, that fuel our best ideas, that spark the kind of curiosity that makes adults wake up at 3 a.m. like, What if those squirrels are just undercover government spies? They're not random. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Default Mode Network, DMN. It's your mind's autopilot. The background hum where the best ideas bloom. When you're showering, walking, or zoning out during your cousin's third MLM pitch. Divergent thinking. The ability to connect random dots and create meaning. Why do cats purr? Could you turn anxiety into fuel? Why does pizza taste better at 2 a.m.? Boom, new invention. Flow state. When your skill and challenge sync up like an emotional Wi-Fi signal, time vanishes. You become the task. You are Neo. Playfulness and openness. Serious people rarely create serious breakthroughs. Imagination loves fools and kids and weird uncles who ask, what if the sandwiches had feelings? Curiosity. The soul's itch. The engine of wonder. Every genius started with what if? Imagination isn't a luxury. It's a survival tool. It's the torch we carry through the dark. Let's talk about the trenches. Not Instagram struggles, not I ordered gluten-free and got regular struggles. I'm talking real pain, the kind that shakes your core and asks, are you still going to show up? Your prefrontal cortex, your decision-making Jedi. It helps you stay rational when your emotions want to throw a chair across the room. Amygdala and emotional regulation, your fear center. It freaks out first, but if trained, you can regulate it. You say, thanks amygdala, but I'm not dying. It's just a text. Resilience. Resilience isn't about never breaking. It's about rebuilding stronger. Every time you get back up, when no one is watching. That was it. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. Hope and purpose. Frankie survived the Holocaust and said, those who have a why can bear almost any how. Purpose makes pain tolerable. It makes you lift the weight even when you can't feel your arms. Routine and discipline. When the world shakes, habits hold. Even brushing your teeth is resistance when your mind is drowning. You don't survive hard times by brute force. You survive it by knowing your brain, by learning to breathe underwater, by becoming the calm in your own storm. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. Welcome to the fear zone, where everything feels like it might fall apart, even when you're just making toast. Fight, flight, freeze response. This ancient survival system still thinks every challenge is life or death. It's trying to save your life, while you're just trying to survive brunch with your ex and their new vegan soulmate. Self-awareness. Fear loses power when you name it. You can't fight shadow, but you can turn the light on. Courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving in spite of it. It's fear annoying little brother that says, yeah, we're scared, but we're doing it anyway. Imagination used positively. Fear is imagination working overtime in the dark, but you can flip it. Visualize success, picture strength, direct that wild cinematic brain of yours like a movie trailer where you win. Fear is real, but so is your power. And when you learn to feel it without feeding it, to move with it instead of drowning in it, you unlock one of the rarest superpowers on earth, a calm mind in a psychotic world. You don't have to stop the storm, you just have to learn how to walk through it. Okay, let's zoom in on the spark, not the fire, not the explosion, but that tiny flicker when something in you whispers, what is that? Why does it feel important? And what happens when I touch it? That flicker is called curiosity. And it's not just for kids. It's the intuition of the human spirit. Wonder. Wonder is the feeling that you get when the universe slaps you in the soul and you thank it. You don't understand it, but you feel small and big at the same time. The unknown. Humans are scared of the unknown, but we're also addicted to it. Mystery pulls us in. The more we don't know, the more we want to know. That's why we want to explore space. That's why we look for aliens. That's why we read YouTube comments even though we know we shouldn't. Questions, not answers. The smartest people in the world don't hoard answers. They ask better questions. But why? Because answers are endings. Questions are portals. Inspiration. From nature, from music, from struggles, from triumph. We don't just create beauty, we mirror it. Freedom to play, environments that say, mess up, try again. Color outside the lines, that's where the magic happens. That's where the mind's open. You don't need all the answers. You need freedom to ask, because curiosity doesn't lead to control. It leads to connection, to purpose, to meaning. Stay curious, stay human. So what keeps us going? Resilience, the quiet refusal to stay down, focus, the ability to say no to noise, and yes, the meaning, hope. That tiny voice that says, you'll try again tomorrow. What keeps us creating? Curiosity, imagination, freedom, the belief that we can take nothing and turn it into something sacred. What keeps us rising through fear? Awareness, the watcher behind the panic, courage, the movement inside the fear, purpose, the engine that screams. This matters. Keep going. All of these parts work together like a symphony. All right, let's blow your mind for a second. What is matter? The stuff you call real? Your phone, your body, your double espresso with no milk? What's it made of? Everything you can touch, see, or physically interact with is made of matter. And matter is made of atoms. But here's the unknown. Atoms are 99.999999% empty space, like punching air while believing it's a wall. Zoom deeper and it gets wilder. Atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. Protons and neutrons made of quarks, stuck together by gluons. At the smallest scale, you've got energy, vibrating, moving, buzzing. Matter is basically sound pretending to be a solid. So next time you stub your toe, you didn't hit a chair, you collided with aggressively vibrating silence. And now, here's where we go. Your mind interprets all that vibration as real. It assigns shape, color, meaning. Your brain is translator. Your consciousness is the narrator. That's where mind over matter stops being a quote and starts being a reality hack. Now here's what mind over matter really means. It's the motivation, it's neurology, it's philosophy, it's power. Your mind creates your experience of reality. Pain, limitations, fear, they aren't facts, they're interpretations, and you can rewrite the script. The one person collapsed at mile 20 of a marathon. Another, same pain, keeps running. Same body, same struggle, different response. The body obeys, the mind decides. What changed? Not the pain, not the body, not the decision. Matter is neutral. It just exists, but the mind gives it meaning. Your environment can be a prison or a monastery. Your job can be slavery or a service. Your life can be random or revelation. You don't control what's outside, but you always control what it means. And what it means is what it becomes. Reality bends to perception. If you master your inner world, you begin to shape your outer one. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The one you master becomes your master. So, what happens when the world flips mind over matter against you? When distractions flood your senses and fear invades your inner world? Let's talk about how matter is used against mind. Here's what's phenomenal and terrifying. The same world that once taught us mind over matter now weaponizes matter over mind. It doesn't need to imprison your body, not when it can hijack your attention. And attention, that's the gateway drug to belief. Overloading our senses. New phone, new shoes, new dance trend. We chase dopamine and forget direction. We're surrounded by so much noise. We can't hear our own thoughts whispering. This isn't simulation, it's sedition. Convincing us our value is external. Your body, your money, your followers. The message is loud. If you don't show it, you don't own it. So we start trading authenticity for approval. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. Feeding fear through the material world. Fear sells faster than truth. So we're consistently reminded, you're aging, you're falling behind, you're running out of time. Fear of loss becomes the leash, and they hold the other end. This isn't random. It's a system built to keep you chasing matter, so you never discover the power of your mind. Because if you ever got still long enough to hear your own soul, the whole illusion would fall apart. Matter is what we touch. Mind is what we believe. One is noise, the other is meaning. So when they say mind over matter, they're really saying, you were never supposed to be controlled by the world. You were meant to create one. The mind is not a mirror of the world. It's the architect. If this made you feel something, don't scroll past it. Sit with it. And if you're ready, we still have more to uncover.